I remember that evening just going home feeling so numb. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna tell my parents? How am I gonna, like, just so many thoughts going through my head. How will I bounce back from this? Hey friends, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. So by the title, you will already know what today's video is about. It's going to be me sharing my teenage pregnancy story, just so you guys can understand me a little bit more. And this is going to be the beginning of my journey to help you guys learn and understand who I am, and just even why I am the way I am, because there's just a lot more to me than that meets the eye. I probably don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm gonna get into my teenage pregnancy story. So don't forget to like today's video, hit the subscribe button for more videos, as well as turn on your notification bell so you can get all of my latest videos. And yeah, so now on with my story. So yeah, I don't know if it's a shocker to any of you guys that I was a teen mom. Yeah, I ended up getting pregnant as a teenager. So basically it all started with me meeting a guy. That guy still just happens to be my husband. He's still the one that I'm currently TTCing with to this very day. My husband and I, we met when we were 17 and 18 and just kind of hit it off. We didn't even go to the same school. We met at a New Year's party and we just hit it off, and we're just like inseparable ever since that day. 6 months into our relationship, I actually fell pregnant. But to say you fell pregnant without knowing is a thing, and it is kind of like that, but at the same token, it's like yeah, we found out that I was pregnant, but at the same time, like, we both weren't thinking in that moment where, you know, that risk was there, and you know, it happened and I got pregnant. As much as I was kind of expecting it, it was still a bit of a shocker because I was never pregnant before. So I just didn't even know what to expect. So one day we ordered pizza, as we usually do. I think it was like on a Friday. We ordered pizza and I just was eating the topping. I think I was eating the toppings off the pizza, as well as just, I was more fixated on the sauce. I was dipping my pizza in and just eating the sauce and just eating the garlic sauce. I've never done that before, something totally out of my element, but I did that. Hubby looked at me and was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I think you're pregnant." He just said that out of the blue. I was actually kind of thrown off because I was like, pardon me, like, what are you talking about? At this point, this is before I even learned and understand how to track my period. Like, I was one of those girls back in the day. A lot of people actually, from what I know, did not really track their period. It's like, oh, it just kind of, the day came where you got that little spot in your underwear. You kind of figure, oh, okay, my period's here now. That's the kind of the girl I was back in the day. At that point, we decided to go to the pregnancy clinic to go get checked. And it's like the public health clinic where you go. And we both went there, and of course they checked and it was positive. Oh my gosh, it was a bit of a shocker. I was shocked. I remember that evening just going home feeling so numb. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna tell my parents? How am I gonna, like, just so many thoughts going through my head. How will I bounce back from this? How would I ever bounce back? It's so crazy because in the moment you do not think. The withdrawal method is not ideal. I don't know, I don't want to tell people what measures to take with their pregnancy precaution, but that's the reality. The withdrawal method is not ideal, though it worked for us. It worked for us all the time, and it was one time when we did not withdraw that pregnancy occurred. So, but I'm still going to stand by it to say that it's not a reliable source. Like, you can do it, and sure, if you slip up one time, like, consider it a day. So that happened. I couldn't tell if I was more shocked about, like, just discovering that I was pregnant, or shocked about telling my parents, because I really didn't know how I was going to tell them. And that's kind of where the story started getting super interesting. I just remember just being terrified. So I just went on. I'm just thinking about what I was gonna do. I was thinking about if I'm gonna am I gonna keep this pregnancy? Even though in my mind I could never picture myself having an abortion. That's just me. I am very much pro-life, but at the same time, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, you know, and I'm not gonna knock you. I'm not gonna start a fight with you for what your choice is, but at the end of the day, like, I couldn't imagine not keeping my baby. But I'm not gonna lie, the thought of abortion crossed my mind so hard because it was my escape route. Like, I felt like if I did this, then my parents would never know. But then I couldn't even imagine going through without ever telling my parents this crazy story that, guys, I actually got pregnant. Like, I couldn't imagine not telling them. To deal with it, I kind of ignored it for a little bit. I was growing, my bump was growing. I was trying to think of all these plans in my head as to what I was gonna do. I thought really long and hard about abortion to the degree where I even planned the place. Like, it was just me trying to escape so hard that I even called the place. And I remember walking into that hospital because the abortion clinic was located in the hospital at the time, and I guess it probably still is. Then the way it's set up is so weird. Like, I've never experienced anything like that in my life. Like, you go to the hospital and you walk somewhere and you pick up a black phone. It's just a random black phone located in the corner. Makes me think like this is something out of, not a James Bond movie, but maybe like a Bourne Identity type movie. Like, just going over and picking up this random black phone in the middle of nowhere, and someone's gonna pick it up and know exactly what to tell me and what to do. And I think I had my appointment booked. So the way it worked is that you book your abortion appointment and then you go there, and then they call, and then you pick up the phone, and then they'll instruct you further of where to go. And I remember going all the way to the hospital, picking up the phone, and the person was on the other line, and I just sat there. I didn't say a thing. They kept talking. They kept saying, hello, 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 ma'am, hello, are you there? Is anyone there? Hello, hello, hello? You know, like, they kept saying all types of stuff. At that point, I probably zoned them out, but they kept saying something because I was just on the line, and I was blank, and I was in tears, and I was in my heart, I already knew what my decision was. Like, there's no way I could go through with it. This was just me trying to protect me. But I knew what who I had to protect, and it was a no-brainer for me. So I thought, because here I am in this facility that I shouldn't even be at to begin with, doing this random act that I shouldn't even have to be. Like, it was just weird. Went all the way to the facility, ended up turning back and not even following through with that plan. So then I went on my merry way, and I just continued living. I continued living, and then I finally decided to tell my parents. Did I tell Aaron's parents first? I think at some point we told his mom first. I can't remember. And then we told my parents. But oh my gosh, this story just gets more and more bizarre, because the way I told my parents, the way my dad found out, is just so crazy. It's just so crazy, and I feel so bad ending the video right here, but I realize it is way outside my filming zone. It's like, this video is getting way too long. So if you want to know the juicy part of part 2, how I told my parents I was pregnant, stay tuned. But yeah, I got pregnant at 19 and then gave birth at 20. So I mean, I wasn't too far into the teenage zone, but I was far enough. Stay tuned for part 2. And like I said, I'm sharing this video because I want teens out there everywhere to know that there's hope, there's a chance to get back. I'm not here to encourage teenage pregnancy, but I want to support those that have already been in that situation, to let them know there's hope, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can still be you, and you can still have hopes, and you can still have dreams, and you can still press, and you know, you can still bounce back. And that's the point of this video. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and until next time, much love, guys.